positions, you will not go through all the detailed briefing. You have the opportunity to rather test fire. So without much ado, I'll hand you over to the gun position officer in the person of Captain Senor Jamafe. He will take.
That today we'll give you a brief on the gun, the ammunition expired, the responsibility of the various crew who man the gun, after which you also have the opportunity to test. Some of you have the opportunity to test fire the gun. Yes, sir. The 105 meter howitzer is a direct support artillery weapon in that it provides close support to the infantry or maneuver unit, that's i.e. armor and then infantry. It can provide fire support very peculiar or very specific to the needs of the maneuver unit. That's an infantry unit can call for fire to neutralize an enemy stronghold just close to them, and then it will be done for them. It can also provide reinforcing, it can also play a reinforcing role in that whilst one artillery unit is supporting a maneuver unit, it can call for help, that if its firepower is not enough, or if its rate of fire is not enough to suppress or to carry out the task that the infantry is requiring, the 105 meter howitzer can support a reinforcing role to provide the necessary firepower needed to suppress the enemy. That because of its direct support it provides the maneuver unit, it is always about a third of its maximum range behind the maneuver unit. That is, it fires different natures of ammunition. It can fire up to 20 kilometers. And some natures also fire up to 11.5 and 18 kilometers. So if it is firing, using the ammunition which fires 18 kilometers, it must be at least 6 kilometers behind the maneuver unit, so that it can always provide the fire support. In that prevent fratricide. But if we are far away, our shot will drop short and then we'll be hitting our own forces. So sir, with that
minute, it has a very long range of up to 20 kilometers, depending on the type of projectile being fired. Okay. The gun can engage an all-round target or fire 360 degrees without changing the gun position. The gun has a length of 6,520 millimeters in firing position, 100 kilograms also in firing position. It has a total weight of 2,300 kilograms in traveling position. The gun can traverse at 5.6 degrees to the left and to the right. It can also be elevated from -5 degrees up to 70 degrees. The 105 millimeter gun is divided into two main parts. We have the positioning and orientation navigation device and a layer display control unit. And then the howitzer. The positioning and orientation navigation device and the layer display control unit makes up the firing system of the gun. The position and orientation navigation device helps orientate the gun and also gives coordinates to the layer display control unit during laying. And the layer display control unit receives all firing data and also helps in laying the gun for direction and for elevation.
The howitzer is also made up of the barrel assembly. The barrel assembly receives the projectile and when fired, spin the projectile on its axis, giving it direction in flight to the target. It consists of the cradle. The cradle secures the barrel and guides the barrel during recoil and counter recoil. The equilibrators, they help in balancing, decreasing and reversing the force applied to the elevating hand wheel. The wheel assembly, which helps in moving the gun from one point to another. The top carriage. The top carriage, it houses the barrel assembly and it helps rotate the gun on its pivots. The bottom carriage, it serves as a base for the top carriage. The traversing mechanism, it is used to lay the gun in direction. And the elevating mechanism is also used to lay the gun in range. The brick block mechanism, It opens to receive the projectile, closes, fires it, and extracts the empty cartridge case. The gunner seat. It serves as a seat for the gunner when laying. The trails. They provide firm support for the gun when firing. And over here is the firing platform, which helps the gun to be fired in sandy and marshy areas. It also helps the gun to engage target at 360 degrees all round. The power supply system. It provides 24.6 volts to enable the position and orientation of the second of battle. Once a gunner, always a gunner. And that's it.
The 105-millimeter towed howitzer fires 5 types of ammunition. They are the M1HE, the base bleed projectile, the blank ammunition, the hollow base projectile, and the BB. The ammunition here is the M1 projectile. It is used to neutralize enemy effective force. It is also used to destroy enemy's fortification, and it is also used to destroy enemies both in trenches and in the open. It weighs 18 kg. It has a total length of 790 millimeters and a diameter of 104.5 millimeters. It is made up of 3 parts: the fuse, the shell body, and the cartridge case. The fuse detonates the warhead upon impact. It has 2 main settings. It can be set at super quick or delay. When it's set at super quick, it destroys enemies in the open. And when it is set at delay, it is used to destroy enemies in trenches. The shell body is the main part of the ammunition that causes casualty. When a fuse detonates the shell body, it breaks into numerous fragments, which causes casualty. The cartridge case is the part that houses the propellant charges and also holds the primer. When a gun is fired, the firing pin strikes the primer, which ignites the propellant charges to burn.
Left, right, left, right, at the rear,
Left, right, left, right, left, right,
at the front,
at the front,
left, right,
left, right,
go fast,
left, right,
move,
left, right, left, right, left, right,
at the front,
at the front,
left, right, left, right,
left, right, left,
at the
right,
rear,
at the rear,
left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, up, up, dressing, inward dress. Yes, front, tail up, one, three,
four,
detachment, shin. Number 1 detachment, ready. Take post, number 1 detachment.
Take post, number 1 detachment.
Roof, number 1 detachment.
Roof, number 1 detachment.
I am the gun commander, the overall commander of the gun crew. I direct the detachment in training and combat mission. I see to the servicing of the gun and its accessories. Discipline and welfare of the men are my responsibility. I receive firing data from the gun position officer and pass it on to my men. Loading and firing orders come from me. I am a staff sergeant.
I am number 1, the layer. I take over the responsibilities of the gun commander in his absence. I operate the layer display control unit, the traversing and elevating mechanism during laying. I fire the gun under the instructions of the gun commander. I am a sergeant.
I am number 2. I open and close the breech block, during loading and unloading. I report the requirement. Requirement 50 millimeters. I am a bombardier.
I am number 3. I load the projectile and the cartridge case under the instructions of the gun commander. I am a lance bombardier.
I am number 4. I help number 5 to prepare the projectile. Ram the projectile into the chamber. I handle the empty cartridge case. I am a gunner.
I am number 5. I prepare the charges and set the fuse of the projectile. I pass on the projectile and the cartridge case to number 3 for loading. I am a gunner.
Number 2 piece ready.
Yes, sir. Number 1, check ready.
Number 1 ready.
Where's your flag? Where's your flag? Okay. Number 1, fire. Let's go. Push. 2, fire. Let's go. Hey, fire. Now push. Load. Amabil, give it to the person. Let the officer load. Guide the officer to load. Guide the officer to load. No, you close. Guide her to load. One person. Ready! Number 2 piece ready! Number 1, fire! 2, fire! 3, fire! What blast! No. Hey! Should we send the head there? Beauty.
Yes. Hello, hi. I'm Beauty Gama, CB. This guy.
And they made little for phone, so. We should
a field artillery battery of 4 122mm howitzer guns have been deployed in battle to provide close support to maneuver forces, as well as provide counter 7mm multiple rocket launcher gun position, which is about 6 kilometers from our present location in the direction of my hand. Sir, the 10122mm howitzer gun in this year's land combat tactical mission by way of providing general support reinforcing, and direct support tasks. The gun this year will execute these tactical missions by way of providing fires to support the entire battle or the entire operation as a whole. The gun will also provide reinforcing fires to augment or reinforce the fires of the other two fighting batteries, which is the 105mm howitzer and the 107mm multiple rocket launcher. So the gun this year will be employed in several roles by way of preparatory bombardment, covering fire, interdiction, and harassing fire. This gun will undertake all these roles in order to demoralize and neutralize enemy gun positions, and also break his will and resistance prior to an attack. So at the end of this year's exercise, to borrow the words of General Patton, I need not tell you who won the war, because you know artillery did. So I will do a brief gun description and its ammunition, after which we will give you the opportunity to have a feel of what it takes to be called the king of the battlefield. And that's it.
Car weapon can also be used to open passage through mine areas. The gun has 360 degrees wide zone of firepower and long range. This facilitates good fire maneuverability. Its maximum range is 18,037 meters, and it fires 6 to 8 rounds within a minute. It takes gunners 1.5 minutes to transfer the gun from firing position, traveling position, and vice versa. The gun weighs 3,200 kilograms. And it takes the gun 1 minute to fire 6-8 rounds. The 122mm howitzer is divided into two main parts: the ordnance and the mounting. The ordnance consists of the barrel assembly. The barrel assembly is lined with 36 rifled bullets. It receives the projectile, fires it, spinning it and giving it stability and direction in flight. The breech mechanism, which serves to close the breech, fire the projectile and open to extract the empty cartridge case. Movement from one point to the other. The sighting equipment, which is the eye of the piece, is used in conjunction with the elevating mechanism and the traversing mechanism to lay the gun both in range and direction respectively. The throws give support to the gun during action. The shield protects cannoneers operating on the gun from splinters. The cradle supports the barrel assembly during action. The recoil and the counter recoil mechanism absorbs parts of the shock during action. The 122mm howitzer gun has been proven to be very effective and to have pinpoint targets, and it can be manned effectively by a detachment of 8 men.
I am Land Bombardier Mensa Imam.